And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. And because I got complaints the last couple of weeks, because somebody said, well, I always go last, so I changed it up. We're going to go back to the flow of things for him.
As it should.
So I'm joined by the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
What is up, my nerds? How's it going? What are you doing? I'm so happy you're here. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? How's it going?
I'm drinking a nice cup of Earl Grey right now.
Ooh,
Pulling my
yeah.
best Jean-Luc Picard here.
Oh, awesome.
And then,
how about you just keep dadding it up?
Exactly. And then we are sans the babyface one tonight because he is stuck working. But we have our maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Yeah, see, it feels so good to be last again. Like, I mean, you gotta bring that energy. Like, I brought the energy, and then Jay would be like, "Hey." So you gotta bring that energy. What's up, guys?
Hey,
like,
you know what?
So annoying. And my case and my energy's like what right now? It's awesome right now. Boom.
okay, whatever. If you say so.
Yeah.
You're annoying.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are tonight trying off a little bit of a new thing. We got the closed captioning thing kind of figured out. So we're going to start trying to close caption our podcast. So those that are hearing impaired can enjoy the podcast just as well. So hopefully this all works
cool.
out.
That's cool.
It's our first run on it. Good. So,
okay.
It's
not bad.
Hopefully it works. So anyways, how's everybody doing?
Good, man. Just been working.
Yeah.
It's about that time, it's December, so I'm just getting to the nitty-gritty.
Which is funny because you and I were joking around about this. You traded in Lucille's for Apple. So
yeah.
You went from one end of the spectrum to the other in the same December
end, where
shenanigans.
I'm just seeing the entire other side of retail where it comes to Black Friday and
welcome.
Yeah, it's
I've done my tour duties and I'm good.
Yeah, it's rough, but it's just busyness. It's not like intolerable, but it's certainly eye-opening and like very interesting to see how people it's different when you're amongst the people because you're focused on getting your stuff, but when you're like you're
on the other
just
side.
helping everyone. You're on the other side.
It gives you a new appreciation for it, doesn't it, Jerry?
Ooh. Man, yeah, the complaints people come up with are like
bro.
or dude, or man, there was a customer that thought he got assaulted just because he was being loud, and one of the managers was like, you know what, hey, you need to calm down, like you got close to me. So yeah, dude, Black Fridays, yeah, it's a whole different beast, but it was all right. I got through it, and and enjoyed the hell out of my job, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
But Black Friday is crazy.
Yeah, you know it. That's why I love it, dude.
Every year. See, I did.
That's true. Yeah.
Once upon a time, I did my tour duties not only with Target. That was back in 96.
Oh wow.
And then also had Best Buy.
Oh, that's right. That's
early
right.
2000.
Oh, yeah. So that's even.
And then Blockbuster when we kind of attempted to do Black Fridays.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do Black Friday at Blockbuster.
I don't know. It was
$2 rentals, I guess. I don't know.
No, it wasn't that. They do it on like all the previously viewed stuff. Like instead of it being like 2 for $20, it would be like 3 for $20 on all the.
Oh, like really
stuff.
Try and get rid of your backlog and like yeah.
So like they had all this signage that went up. I'm like, really, guys? This ain't gonna help this sell this shit any more than it already is. It's called lower the price.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I think
that's funny.
Start off tonight with we got some news over in the comic book movie side of the equation. before we get into the gaming side. So this is where Jason's usually going to go. Anyways, because it's going to deal with partially Marvel.
When you say comic book, like a lot of times it usually does have one Marvel, so like
But
it's
no, we're
okay.
just
The comic is fine. It's all the TVs and movie shows.
well, you're going to be happy with this announcement, Jason. Is Sony, who is the purveyor of the Into the Spider-Verse and the Spider-Man villain properties, has decided they are going to retire the Villianverse for a while, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
So, for those that don't remember, that is, uh, what is it? Morpheus or
Morpheus, the Venom
Morbius.
franchise, Morbius,
Um,
yeah, the Venom franchise, Craven,
and then the what the Spider Queen or whatever it was that had
Madam Web.
Madam Web. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all that's getting retired. Craven will
Yep.
be the last one that they're going to be doing for quite a while. They're going to focus on they're going to focus on doing Into the Spider-Verse, the third one.
Good. That's where the money is.
It is. And then they're also going to focus on getting the new Spider-Man made with Tom Holland with Marvel. For those that don't know that dynamic, Sony actually still owns the rights to Spider-Man. It's just on loan to Marvel for these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully one day Marvel can just buy them back and then they don't have to worry about this.
I don't think so, man. That's a big cash cow that you're gonna.
It is a big cash cow, and supposedly
that's a penny that's gonna have to turn over. So I mean,
supposedly the end of Venom 3 ties directly into what's going to happen in the fourth Spider-Man Tom Holland movie. And there is still rumor that they do want to do another Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield. So we'll see if that ever comes to fruition, because I would really like to see that one, because I think he made a great Spider-Man.
I feel like he was the best. He was the best Spider-Man.
Me too. I really enjoyed Garfield's portrayal of not only Peter but of his Spider-Man too.
I think his Peter wasn't the greatest, but I think Holland beats him out on the Peter
it was
Parker.
a different take, but for me, yeah. But for me, Holland
quips and stuff.
Holland is the best of. He's the full package for me.
Yeah,
but I love Garfield. I
still like Garfield, because of all those smart assness that Spider-Man has.
He definitely captured the essence of what Spider-Man was.
Yeah, not as much Peter Parker, but
Spider-Man. I still think to that point. I think what still sticks to me is the end of Spider-Man 2 or the Amazing Spider-Man 2 when Rhino is about to go rampaging and it's the little kid.
Oh yeah.
Right, that stands up to him, and then here comes Spider-Man going, "Hey, thanks, kid, but I need you to go kind of stand out of the way." It was that part was the humanizing part for Spider-Man, right? So speaking of returning actors to their comic book movie escapades, The Wire is reporting that Chris Evans may be returning to the MCU. So not only do we have Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom, but we now have the rumors of now Chris Evans potentially returning to the MCU. I don't know how they'd have him returned.
Well, like Robert Downey, he might take up a new character. I would say that's the only thing I would say. For him to take back the mantle of Captain, I mean, that would undersell what they're promoting for Mackie. So I don't think he'll be Captain. I think he'll be a new character. I don't know why I don't know why.
Because that's where the money is.
Yeah,
but I mean, you can find newer actors and actresses, man.
Or stick to your guns, man.
I think they're gonna have to come up with a story
actors that you have, or what's going on with who played who's in Quantumania damn the main villain.
Kang?
No, yeah, Kang.
He's been axed. They've
Jonathan
completely
Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan
Yeah,
Majors is gone.
but he got cleared of everything, and like once again, what's
I think
like what's going on? If they were
mm,
just patient, or if they stuck to their guns, they still could have done something with Kang, or I don't
I
know.
think, Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom does make sense because in the universe that
In some
sounds like they're playing off
universes,
for Fantastic Four is that in that universe, Tony Stark does become Doctor Doom.
yeah, in some
Yes, but
universes,
Yeah.
don't you feel that that's a safe play going with Robert Downey again, instead of you know rolling the dice and going with a dynamic
I would
another
have.
dynamic great actor who, like, why, dude? And I'm telling you, it was loud. Everyone around us was screaming Killian Murphy. We
I have two
all
choices.
wanted that fan cast. We were all thinking it,
I
but
have
then
Killian Murphy as
yeah.
Doctor Doom. Also, I think Cavill would have been an amazing Doctor Doom
Or Cal, yeah,
because
that would
Cavill
have
would have
been
had
cool.
that presence. Like
But
Killian
but that's the
Murphy,
thing. We were all expecting like someone to be chosen, but
yeah.
it was to be a new actor that they were gonna, back. That Marvel was gonna
Hmm.
back, and of course Robert Downey was a big surprise, and that was cool. But now that we've gotten to kind of rest and kind of let it settle, I still feel that it's a safe play. Like they didn't have the greatest run, the past couple movies. They really aren't in the best
They
in the
have to try and
fan
get the revenue back,
consensus. Yeah,
right?
yeah, they need to try and
Um,
get all of that back, what they had for the first 10 years, the whole saga. Um so yeah, I think they're making a lot of safe plays. So we'll see how it turns out. Uh I don't even want to think of what characters Evans might take over, and I doubt he'll want to play. The other thing is, I'm sure he'll want to be a villain. I'm sure he's done. He's tired of playing the hero too, so he might want to be a villain. Like, who
it'll be
knows?
interesting who he does. Like, and if the rumors are true, I just hope that they stay away from Cap.
Me
The
me
only way it
too.
makes
Me
sense, the only
too.
way it makes sense that he comes back as Cap is if it's like some flashback sequence, you know,
Or if it's Secret Wars
but
where they bring him back like as like
Hydra
middle-aged
Captain,
Cap or whatever, and
you
he's
know,
fighting alongside everybody for like a one-off or something. But
eh,
even then, I mean, like, don't touch it. Just like Iron Man, don't touch it. Don't touch Downey. Like, okay, I get it. He's a villain. He's Doom. Cool. Don't touch. Don't destroy that end scene from any. Like, it was too good.
we already know he can't come back as Johnny. Johnny's dead. Johnny had the
Johnny,
skin
well,
stripped off of him.
yeah. Well, in that universe, yeah. But that was
I still wish we would have gotten the
so
joke that
crazy.
was rumored that it was like you were going to see a sequence where Deadpool all of a sudden shows up and takes Tony's spot at the end of Endgame, and he's the one that does the snap versus Tony.
Oh shit.
Um,
Oh, that would have been
that was a
funny.
rumor.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
I do like how they did kind of um like he was wearing the Captain America pants and the belt,
yeah.
but then I like how they were kind of like hinting at that, and then when
But
he shows himself, that was funny. And then
so
flame on.
I
It
do
was
gotta,
great.
yeah, right. I do gotta say this, from a Disney properties perspective. I watched the first two episodes of Skeleton Crew.
Oh,
Not to
so did
digress
I.
over to that. Can I say it's great to see a proper Captain EO prequel?
I mean, by that one
So
Easter
no,
egg, it was just that one little
so
thing
that's
there.
the one of the theories. No, and I think it's cool to see that Easter egg, some of the Easter
Yeah,
eggs from Captain EO in it because it was done by George Lucas and
yeah.
Lucasfilm and whatnot. Um, there's some conspiracy theories going around that the kid is actually Captain EO because his best friend looks exactly like Captain EO's sidekick in the movie as well. And the fact that they
Mm.
go to this galaxy far, far away, and At-Aten is basically this whole myth of a planet. But overall, I really liked, I really liked it. It's like Goonies in Star Wars.
It
You
was
know,
it was
um,
so far it was pretty decent.
it.
I don't
I'd
know.
say it's
The
better than
second
Acolyte,
episode, well, yeah, it was. I
but
mean, that it wasn't hard. It's not hard to beat that. But the very end of the second
episode.
episode, I'm just very skeptical on. It was a, I don't. It was either shot weirdly or it was supposed to look that way. So I'm giving it a chance. I'm gonna try the next couple episodes and see where it's
Oh, well, I'll
going.
finish it just like I finished Acolyte, right? Just to see where it goes. Because I'm hopeful for the new properties, right? They're trying to do some
I
new
don't know. I'm
things,
more skeptical on the
but
Star Wars properties because they have been nothing but failures for a long time. To where, at least with Marvel, they're pivoting to their animated and
mhm.
taking a break, just doing their, movies here and there. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take my time with this one. And yeah, because Acolyte hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be yeah. I wanted that to be so
We are
bad.
getting a new Star Wars trilogy. It is in the
Yeah.
work with Simon Kinberg.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that one too.
So
More Star Wars trilogy? Oh my
The
yeah,
o-
we need
the
it.
only next Star Wars project I am like extremely excited for is The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Which
Because
is
that's
wrapped.
that's the end. Yeah, I heard that wrapped, and that's like the end of the Mandalorian story, which is fine. But
Yep.
at least that's something to look forward to. The new trilogy, it's already wrapped in scandal because um I guess Ray, the character Ray, Daisy Ridley's character, is supposed to be kind of like the mentor arc of that trilogy, which is awesome. Fine. I love Daisy Ridley. But then Kim, who whatever her name is, that's involved in behind the
So
scenes,
no, this is somebody. Oh, you mean Kathleen Kennedy?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Something's going on with her being involvement, and that franchise is already like
It's still
is
being, Dave Filoni's
being
still going to be
developed,
involved
but
with it. So,
yeah,
um,
yeah, and well, I heard Dave Filoni's getting some flack too. So like, that's what I mean. There's already rumblings of like trouble at the home front. So, but
yeah, well,
that happens in the creative process when they're first starting. They're just writing that franchise,
mhm.
which is, understandable. But when it comes to the Star Wars franchises, it's been rocky as of late. So even that bad news is troubling
I
for me.
I want them to give us a Thrawn movie or give us a trilogy for Thrawn. Ahsoka gave us that great lead up to Thrawn coming back.
Oh, that's in the works.
Yes, but like that's what I want. I would love to be the trilogy for that,
No, that's
right?
in the works.
That's
That's going to be a movie
um
thing with
yeah.
alongside the Ahsoka series. Those are going to
So
be movies.
give me that. Give me Thrawn.
Yeah, yeah, they're coming. They
So
were announced at D23.
yeah. All right. So let's all right. Do we want to talk BAFTA first or we want to talk Ubisoft first? Do you want the good news or the
BAFTA, I
bad news
guess.
first?
We knew BAFTA.
You want the good news first?
God.
Okay.
Matter.
All right. So into the theater we go. So the BAFTAs shared out their long list for their 2025 Game of the Year. So I mean, their awards are going to be, in 2025, but it's going to be for the best video game of 2024. Um, so here are the nominees. Oh, by the way, there's no DLC on this list.
You
Just
guys
put it
must
out
be
there.
so happy, so proud of yourselves.
Well, you know what? It's DLC. Anyway, so you've got Animal Well, which I've never heard of this game, so I'm gonna kind of go look at see what it's doing on PlayStation 5. It looks like an indie title from the way it was designed and whatnot. You have Astrobot, you have Balatro, Baldur's Gate 3, you have Batman Arkham Shadow, which is interesting because this is a VR title.
Mm,
But we
There's
voted for
so
it on
it
many.
is
the
a full
yeah
game. So
yeah. Um, you've got Black Myth Wukong, Botany Manor,
Pretty.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6,
Mm.
Cat Quest 3, which if Theo was here, he'd be like, I'm all for this because he loves Cat Quest. You have Crow Country. You have Diablo 4, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Esports F124. Now keep in mind this is their long list, and then they'll whittle it down, but these are who they're looking at. FC25, Factorio, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Frostpunk 2, Harold Halibut, which this looked kind of cool from an animation style. Like, makes me want to kind of go check this one out. You've got Helldivers 2, Highland Song, Hitman World of Assassination, Indica, Kind Words 2, Echoes of Wisdom, Lego Horizon Adventures, Life is Strange, Little Kitty Big City. That seems like a Theo game right there. Llamasoft, the Jeff Minter story. I haven't even heard of that. Jason should be happy with Metaphor being on here.
Yep, Alice.
Minecraft.
Some of these titles that are listing it is long listed in evolving game only, just because of how the game works. So you've got Neva, which that was one that we were like, when we were talking about the Game Awards, right? We saw that title too. Makes me really want to go look at it now, because if it's BAFTA's looking at it for a Game of the Year award, it's got to be pretty good. You've got No Man's Sky, Pacific Drive, Paper Trail.
Interesting.
Planet Coaster 2. I kind of hope that they've done some advancements on that on Planet Coaster 2, because Planet Coaster, I wasn't a fan of it. The interface was really just hard and clunky to play with. The Plucky Squire. Prince of Persia.
Oh, sweet.
Sea of Thieves. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. That should make Jason happy that's being nominated again over on the BAFTA side. You have Silent Hill 2.
Right on.
Game for Jason there. You have Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Hunters.
Mobile game.
Just a mobile game. Right. Stellar Blade. Still Wakes the Deep. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Tactical Breach Wizards. If I played PC, I'd actually try that, because it actually looks cool. I mean, you know me, I like my TAC RPGs anyways. You've got Tales of Kenzara, Tekken 8, Tetris Forever, which that one I have yet to pick up, but I need to. Thank Goodness You're Here. Tiny Glade. UFO 50. V Rising. Vampire Survivors.
Really?
Vampire, yeah. It's
okay.
It's long listed in evolving game only.
I'm interested in the next one.
Vampire Therapist.
What? Long list indeed. My God, everything's on here. Everything's on the list.
Warhammer.
Okay.
40,000.
Right.
World of Warcraft.
2000.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, there we go.
So yeah, so then they go in and kind of go long listed by category.
3 columns.
So
that's other okay. Dang, dude.
So it actually looks like, so they basically, that whole list was just everything that's kind of nominated. So animation, they're looking at Astrobot, Call of Duty, Dragon Age, Harold Halibut, Helldivers 2, Lego Horizon, Prince of Persia, Senua Saga, Thank Goodness You're Here, and Warhammer 40,000. Artistic achievement, Had some really good, titles on there. Good mix. Audio Achievement, again, a great mix on there. So best game though. So for them, the best game category overall is the nominations are Animal Well, Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, COD, Helldivers 2, Echoes of Wisdom, Metaphor, Thank Goodness You're Here, and Warhammer 40K. Um,
Only.
but then you got best British game, which I didn't realize Senua Saga was considered a British game.
How would you like? Wow, how would you define that though? Like
I
set
know,
in
right?
Britain, made by British people. Like what is
Mm,
this like?
Or
maybe,
the
not sure.
setting in the game, maybe?
No,
Well,
because
it's Senua is like considered Celtic or
yeah,
like Irish, I guess.
yeah.
Maybe it's the game company then, like the developer, maybe.
Um, Either way, and then they've got like Evolving Game, they've got Family Game, and then Game Beyond Entertainment, which that one's more the social impact ones, which
Mm.
Senua Saga being on there is absolutely deserved. So is Life is Strange. Um, so they've got game design, multiplayer, music, narrative, like they do
Damn.
a lot of categories.
Yeah.
Um, which is great. I like their like the
And that's a
BAFTAs.
major award out there too. That the
Oh
fact
yeah,
that
the
that
BAFTAs.
video games have that big of a category, like multiple
Hmm.
categories, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's actually really great acknowledgement that they acknowledge video
Hmm.
games in that high esteem. Like
So
that's really cool.
and then they had nominations for performer in a leading role. So you've got Roger Craig Smith as Batman. Anybody who recognizes that name, he is the voice of Sonic. You have Alec Newman as Cameron McAleary in Still Wakes the Deep. Cody Christian for for Cloud in FF7. Isabel Ishbold as Indica. Luke Roberts in Silent Hill
Mm.
2. Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws. Clive Standen in Warhammer. M. Hummel from Thank Goodness You're Here. When you look at M. Hummel, they're playing one, two, three, four, five, six plus characters in that game. You've got Melina Jurgens for Hellblade. She plays Senua, and Elon Knoll as from Black Ops 6. And then you've got the supporting category, which is different than the Game Awards. The Game Awards only does the lead, but in a supporting role, you've got Aldous Ama Hamilton for Senua, Uncle
Uncle
John
John.
Big
for
John, Uncle
Barrett
John,
in
baby.
FF7. You have John Blay for Thank Goodness You're Here. Michael Abubakar from Still Wakes the Deep. Adam McNamara, Warhammer. Karen Dunbar, Still Wakes the Deep. Troy Baker for Batman Arkham Shadows. He plays Harvey Dent, the Rat King, Two-Face, and Joker all in that. Troy's been doing the Joker for a little while now as well. Matt Berry in Thank Goodness You're Here. Craig Lee Smith in Helldivers 2. He plays the Super Earth spokesman. And then you've got Abby Greenland in Senua as well. So Senua is being recognized more for its work with the BAFTAs, which is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. So they're the counterpart to SAG here in the States, essentially. So I like seeing that there's so many of these games being nominated and a lot of indie titles being recognized for their work.
Yeah.
With the BAFTAs. So with that, I love seeing Uncle John because let's face it, Barrett's performance and Rebirth from a dialogues and performance perspective is amazing. To be able to see him go through that arc with with everything in that part of the game
Oh,
was
John
amazing.
in both games
You know?
is his
Oh yeah, but
evolution is amazing.
it went to a new level with the second one, right?
Yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
um, so we'll see what the finalists are. This is the long list. I'm sure they'll whittle it down. I've never watched the BAFTAs, so um, but we'll see how it goes. So The other part to talk about is we've talked about the XDefiant on the podcast before. I was playing it. It
Yeah,
was
man.
fun to play. It wasn't for me. It wasn't a COD killer by any means. Even talking to some of the folks there at Ubi, they didn't think it was a COD killer. They thought it was just another fun game for people to try out and play. But it was announced both on Twitter and on email to everybody that's been playing it. So first, Mark Rubin, who is the actual kind of just for those who are watching at home, you can see Mark Rubin is the executive producer on XDefiant out of Ubisoft San Francisco. He was an executive producer on Call of Duty, but he said, "Hello, XDefiant fans. I'm unfortunately here today to announce that XDefiant will be shutting down starting today, December 3rd." So this was last week that we all got the announcements and whatnot. New downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. We'll still release our Season 3 content in the near future. There's no date on that one, and the servers will remain active until June 3rd. For those who purchase the Ultimate Founders Pack, you will receive a full refund. Players who made any purchases within the last 30 days will also be fully refunded. Those refunds should happen automatically within 8 weeks of today, and you can find more detail on the official website. He goes on to say a few years ago, Ubisoft and the San Francisco dev team embarked on a bold adventure to develop a new arcade shooter called XDefiant. It was from the start an incredible challenge. Not only were we trying to shake up the genre by removing skill-based matchmaking, which everybody knows Call of Duty, that drives everybody crazy, the way the algorithm works for that. It says, while bringing back a more old school arcade shooter experience, but we were also diving into the high risk, high reward realm of free to play. And for that, I want to applaud not only the dev team, but also Ubisoft leadership for taking that chance. Free to play in particular is a long journey. Many free to play games take a long time to find their footing and become profitable. It's a long journey that Ubisoft and the teams working on the game were prepared to make until very recently. But unfortunately, the journey came too much too sensible to continue. I am, of course, heartbroken to be writing this post. Yes, this game has been a personal passion for me for years. And yes, I know I know that not all challenges lead to victory, but I also want to recognize all of the developers who are being affected by this closure. Each and every one of them is a real person with a real life separate from our own, and they have all put so much of their passion into making this game. And I hope that they can be proud of what they did achieve. I know that I will be proud and grateful to have worked with such a great team, a team that really punched above its weight class. And what they achieved is truly remarkable. The early response from players when XDefiant launched was amazing. We broke internal records for the fastest game to surpass 5 million users, and in the end, we had over 15 million players play our game. That is something to be extremely proud of, especially considering how tough the genre is. So thank you to all the developers who put their passion in making this game. There's one thing I can hope we all take away from this experience. It's the importance of open, honest communication between developers and players. This player-first mentality, along with respectful, non-toxic conversations between developers and players, has been one of the standout differences that made XDefiant so special. For my first post about XDefiant, this was the vision I wanted to champion, and I hope it leaves a positive mark on how the game industry treats its players and communities. Finally, it says, to our players, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to express our deepest gratitude for the incredible community that has grown around XDefiant. Your passion, creativity, dedication have inspired us every step of the way with the utmost love and respect, Mark. This was in combination with a letter that Ubisoft sent out as well. So they did state that, same things. So the sunset process is started on the 3rd. New downloads, registrations, purchases no longer available. For those who purchased the Ultimate Founders Pack, you'll receive a full refund. Additionally, players who made VC and DLC purchases since November 3rd. So this is different than what he put out. So the official statement coming from Ubisoft is anybody who did make VC and DLC purchases will be fully refunded. Please note processing and takes up to 8 weeks. So for me, it's sad to see this go because I do know part of that PR team that is at Ubisoft. I have checked in with them, and a couple of them are going to be staying on from a PR perspective to finish out XDefiant, but they're also part of the Rainbow Six team, or not the Rainbow Six team, but rather the Division team. Sorry. So we'll look forward to that. I want to say, thank you to Ubisoft and whatnot, because they have sent us invites to partake in every piece of XDefiant since its launch. So every press event, they've included us in this. So to Ubisoft, I am sad to see this go, because I did enjoy playing it as a COD alternative. I really did. And it felt great to have the weapons in the game react how they are in their counterpart games. So for me, being the big Division player, the sniper I was using was the sniper from Division 2, the specialist ability. The assault rifle I was using was the same gun from Division, and it performed the same exact way once I threw the attachments on it. So I already knew what the expectations to those guns were. So it was very ambitious. It was. And I loved the formatting that it had. Yes, were there some challenges with it? Absolutely. It's a first of its kind type that they were trying to do. It was frustrating trying to unlock the factions, to be able to use the different faction characters and stuff like that. Because every faction had its own special abilities that you could use. So you had Splinter Cell, you had Division, you had Rainbow and a lot of those, and Watch Dogs was in there, it's from a Ubisoft Games perspective, right? Oh, yeah. They all had their different abilities. Splinter Cell, you could cloak.
It certainly looked like it had a lot of promise. Yeah.
It had promise, and I get that. Unfortunately, it just wasn't making the money that it needed to, because at the end of the day, their income was based on microtransactions for cosmetics. So there was nothing nothing in the game, which I appreciate, that gave you an advantage over anybody else. It was always just cosmetics. It's just different way your gun looks and whatnot. Yes, I did spend a little bit on the game. One, because I enjoyed it and I felt like supporting the game by getting a couple of cosmetics to make my guns look cooler.
Sweet.
There
you go.
But at the end of the day, I'm really sad to see it go, because it was a really good alternative to COD, which there isn't that many in the environment. That's a counterpart. Yeah. That being said, COD is just a beast. Let's just be honest. Call of Duty is a really hard game to go up against. It's kind of like somebody trying to create a new football game and go up against Madden. It's COD is such a juggernaut right now that it's hard to break in on something like that. Which is why XDefiant was never going to be a COD killer, no matter how many people said it was going to be. But I did like the maps, the map layouts. You didn't have, like in COD, you have quite a few maps where you can sit up in one spot and you can pretty much see most of the map as a sniper. XDefiant did have that. Yeah, you had some corridors and stuff where you could see down a corridor, but there was always other ways to get around that. It was never, tunneling in or anything like that. So once again, though, Ubisoft, thank you. It's been great being a partner with Ubisoft. We've been able to be involved with some of the Division stuff, and now XDefiant. I'm really sad to see XDefiant go, but I look forward to seeing what we can, what we're going to be partnered with them going forward. So.
Yeah, we'll pull the trick on and try more of their games. We love Ubisoft, and excited for. I believe Division 3 was announced. Was that there?
Division 3 is in the works.
Definitely down to see that. Definitely down to see what they're thinking. Especially with to be a debuted PS5 Pro game. I am very interested to see what they come up with and what's the plan. So,
and I know you guys,
this might get me back into Division.
Yeah. Oh, I still go play it every once in a while. I still have it installed for Division 2. I'm still working on that.
I do miss that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Jerry is my gopher. Go for the front and weed them all out and fire from the back.
It worked.
If only.
That's why I was a tank. That's why I was a tank and I had assault.
if only Jason would play with us. But the second we stopped playing, Jason decided to go, "Oh, I'm gonna go
Danny
play Division
started.
with people
On PC,
Ugh.
Ugh.
It's
On
cool.
PC,
At least you
naturally.
played it. It's fun. Like
Oh yeah.
you got to see the fun of it. Yeah, that's cool, man. Hopefully, maybe we'll play on when 3 comes out.
It's crossed, man. It's crossed. Let's go.
We'll see.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Let's see.
We'll squad up.
Yeah,
I will. Oh,
Let's
you
do
know
it.
me. There are some games that I will absolutely drop the coin on when the game
I'm
comes out.
definitely down for Division. Yeah,
So
that sounds like a plan.
I do hope that Julian is involved with it. So
Yeah, that'd be sick. And any theories or anything you would like to see in the third game? Because for me, depending on the terrain or where we're at, I am hoping that we can use vehicles, at least.
I would like to see vehicles. I know we did DC and we did New York City.
Yeah.
So for me, God, I've been tempted to fire up the first one too, just to go back to New York City. But for me, I would like to see maybe Seattle.
That'd be
LA.
sweet.
I don't know.
Actually, I like really
like
because that's
San
more
Fran.
a little bit more open land, but then you have a cityscape. You kind of get the best of both worlds there. You never know.
Those would be the two big city. If we're looking at big cities, right? Those would be
Or
the ones
Cali.
I would look at.
Cali wouldn't be bad. Then you got
It
to
would be San Fran, if anything.
San Francisco would be another good one.
That would be
especially
cool.
Golden Gate Bridge and whatnot. If we're not looking in the US and we're looking around it, probably like Toronto.
Cool.
Might be a good one. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they take us.
Yeah.
And I would be curious if this time around they let us import our character. Like, after the events of Division 2, you kind of were deactivated, and you kind of were able to go out and do your thing. And
at
then
least
all of a
keep
sudden
some of your
something
stats, or
happens,
at least to a degree, and then you
um,
build up your armor and
yeah.
your gear and your weapons, of course. But that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you don't get you have to start from scratch on your weapons and stuff, like we've seen other games like, Tears of the Kingdom, right? You're still Link from Breath of the Wild, but you have to start from scratch in a lot of things.
Right.
So I'd be okay with that too. It'd just be nice to kind of carry over some of your stuff from Division 2, like the same agent. But so anyways, I wanted to end the show. Too bad Theo's not here, but it's been a couple weeks since we've been able to talk about what we've been watching, what we've been playing, because we've had a couple of guests on. Of course, we had to take care of our award votes last week and stuff. So, Jason, I want to start with you, sir. What you been watching? What you been playing?
What have I been playing? Nothing much, really. Like, I've been watching the second season of Blue Lock more, which is the soccer anime. Yeah,
soccer anime.
Yeah, like I like every so often I feel like a sports anime. Like I just need to have a sports anime.
Okay, cool.
And the other one is, oh my god, I can't remember the name. I just remembered what the hell it is. Disney. It's on Disney Plus. It's an anime. Oh my god.
It's an anime on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Oh my god. Why can't I think of it right now? Let me find it real quick.
As Jason goes to his Disney Plus and goes, "Hey, what have I been watching lately?"
I know, like it's the only thing I've been watching lately. Jesus.
Dun 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 dun.
I can't remember what it is, but it's a horror. It's a thriller anime. It's
on Disney Plus though.
Yeah,
it's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna look it up.
If anyone wants to comment that on the video,
once I find it.
Anyways, have you been playing anything?
No.
No?
I picked up Elden Ring on Black Friday. It's still sealed. Picked up Mirage on Black Friday. It's still sealed. Um, every so often I'll watch Rona play Silent Hill 2, but I'll be like asleep.
How's she liking that?
Enjoying it a lot. So it's really good. It's very she remembers a lot of it from the first one. From the original. And they are pretty from what she's telling me, they are pretty almost one to one. Maybe like
Are they is she still getting the classic jump scares from it? Is it
oh
feeling like
yeah. Well, it's like since she knows, but because she
is it at
knows,
least
like
hitting that
it's
nostalgic like, ooh, I remember that. Like,
yeah, she
okay,
remembers
good.
that, but like because it is high res, like the engines and the high resolutions, like the I guess I'll call them the body bag monsters,
Uh-huh.
like they move very erratically, so it feels very like shit, like kind of like like you just feel grossed out or like spooked out or like a
Oh,
little
cool.
unnerving. You
Cool.
know what I'm saying? Like
Good.
before, like for the best example is the bubblehead nurse. Like
Oh
everyone has
yeah,
seen her before,
when they
where
would
it's like
like
kind of like
twitch. Yeah.
it's like this like this like wobble like in the original, but here it's an actual like
They're
legit
like twitching and
twitch,
then move
like
you see them
legit
moving
like
towards you legitly and like
yeah,
it's all there's more detail so it's kind of like a whole new scare in a way.
yeah, and there's
That's cool.
a lot more like the radio static from the original. You normally would hear it through the speakers, but
Oh
now
yeah. Oh, are you hearing it through the controller?
you hear it through the controller, so like
Bitchin'.
it's a
That's
lot closer
okay.
to you. It feels more immersive. It's actually really good. Yeah.
See, for me, that's a good remake. Like when they integrate that stuff and the fact that you and Rona are getting those same kind of scares, but also new kind of scares. Then okay, then it's hitting its marks. It's a successful one. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid for the remakes that when they come out and they're just like, oh, they're just they're just like clones and they
Yeah.
don't really like innovate anything, and that's the
So
worst. It's just a waste.
yeah, so that one it is so she's enjoying a lot more. She's getting spooked out. It's not as long, as other games, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like I'm putting my Final Fantasy VII Platinum on hiatus right now till I see Soldier again and get some tips from him.
Okay.
Because there's a few of those those hard combat where it's 10 pretty tough combats back to back to back, and if you fail one of them, you can start at the beginning. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's
No, thank
plenty
you.
of times where I'm like at the last one, I'm like, oh my god, and I just like I need to take
I'm done. I need a
yeah.
break.
It's
and
like
but
20.
it's also like
It's an
but I
endurance
got
fight.
there.
It's like
Yeah.
25-30 minutes because you get all the way through and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But that's it though right now. Other than
Any
that,
other inklings for like platinums or games that you've been thinking of going back to or
going back to no, but I do need to start like one of these days. I'm gonna just set time aside and just start going through games, just because like
I was about to
Just to
ask like
knock into
we're
the
like
backlog.
really knock out like your backlog.
yeah, because I mean like a lot of the games I have on backlog I like and I want to play. Um, sans a few, just because I know I don't have the time for.
Yeah.
And like sad to say, a lot of those are the Atlas games because I just buy them because I know
Ooh.
they're good, but I just don't have some of the time for it. Like,
I
you
get
guys
that.
think you guys think like, oh, like 100-hour game is long. No, like you're barking up like a 250-hour long game, and it's just like,
Yeah, man,
I just
Atlas are on another level, but that's
yeah,
cool. I
it's
understand
another
that.
level, but that's why they're so great. That's why they're
Yeah.
so great. Like I can't.
Yep.
I wish I could, but like I buy them so that I have them, and I know I can, you know, I
I
have them ready to go. But
I
it's just
think
like I haven't.
you're talking to two of the four people that truly understand you, like understand that at
Yeah.
least. Absolutely, Matt.
But
What?
I did find it.
Oh
It
yeah.
is called Dark Gathering. Dark Gathering
Okay.
on Disney Plus.
Ooh,
That is
okay.
that is
I'll
the
take a
anime
look
I've
at
been
that.
watching. It is hilarious. It is spooky. It is weird.
Dark Gathering.
It is awesome.
Matt, what about you? Have you been what have you been playing?
That list is long and distinguished. I've actually been starting to get some games. So working on MLB The Show.
Awesome. Oh,
I
your
have I
season?
have 5 series left in the season.
Mm.
So 15 games. Um, your Dodgers are 18 and a half games back.
Oh, but not in real life.
No, not in real life, but in real life they're losing the Juan Soto sweepstakes, which I think is a smart move for the Dodgers actually.
Hmm.
So yeah, so there's that. I potentially with the Rockies will have a Cy Young winner, which will
Hey.
never fucking happen. My team ERA is a 1.79, which again will never happen
Ooh.
for the Rockies at Coors Field.
Wow.
I am closing in on breaking Ricky Henderson's all-time steals record, which was 120 steals in a season.
Wow.
I am at 114 with one player.
Sorry.
So
Oh man,
I've got to get
Ricky Henderson on the A's, baby.
seven steals in 15 games to break the record. So I'm desperately trying that. Um, then there is my Animal Crack.
Nice. How's that come along? Are you
Um,
doing your
I'm just
Christmas decorations now?
It's all done. All my
Oh,
Christmas
cool.
decorations are done. Now I'm just just working on the island, just doing my dailies and going on, finding my fossils, recovering my money. I'm finally back up above $1 million in the bank
Hey, there you go.
after
How much
blowing
does
10.
Tom Nook want from you?
Tom, I owe nothing to, sir. He is paid off.
That's funny.
He's paid off, sir. Um, and then I've been just going back through and doing some of the speedway challenges on Astrobot.
Oh,
Finally
cool.
finished off getting all the new bots that you can save. So my game is still 100% done. And then finally is Horizon remastered.
Huh.
So I am going back through that from the beginning with no New Game Plus because New Game Plus did not pop the trophies. So
Huh.
as you go through a New Game Plus, it doesn't count that you're silent killing enemies and stuff like that. The only way to do it is um
Hmm.
with a new character. I will say this, I forgot just how OP my build was that I was trying to use the New Game Plus because dude, I'm getting rocked in some cases by freaking Sawtooth and everything. So however, I am enjoying it though, going back through from scratch.
That's good.
The game is still amazing. I love the haptics features that they're putting into it with like the bow and everything. Um, so it is still great. As far as what I'm watching, um, of course, Skeleton Crew, and I did a rewatch of Man of Steel. I have started a rewatch of Smallville.
Oh,
And what started that
going
is the
down
other
that rabbit
day,
hole.
I saw this TikTok where this guy was trying to compare who was the best Superman Lex Luthor chemistry combo.
Oh, good
So
question.
so you have
Although that is
Brandon
a
Routh
little.
and Kevin Spacey. You've got Christopher Reeve um
I still think it's no
and Gene
contest though.
Hackman.
Smallville.
And you've got the Smallville, which
Yeah,
that's what made me
they
really
really
say,
were
hey, I need
the.
to go back and watch Smallville. But you also have Tyler Hoechlin with the new Lex from Superman and Lois. Um,
I did hear
the
they had some great chemistry, and
dude,
he
it
was a
was.
good
I
Lex
mean,
Luthor.
he
So
was.
I do need to
I need to
give
watch the
that a chance.
entire
Yeah.
series though. But then they also had the worst combo ever, which was, the one from Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman. That Superman, and like that Lex, Jesse Eisenberg was a shit Lex. Let's be honest.
His inspiration came more from the earlier comics when Lex Luthor was younger and had hair. But the whole that whole DCU direction was not great anyway.
Zack Snyder's, yeah. So I started rewatching Smallville.
Sweet.
I still need to finish Alien Romulus. I've started it, just haven't been able to finish it.
Good.
So working on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. Like, Jerry?
Coolio. What have I been playing? Well, funny you said it. Actually, I've been stuck on Horizon. I think it's been beautiful. Although there have been,
both of you guys just going back to the past, like
a little bit. Like ever since the remastered came out, I've been kind of curious and like, and really impressed with the upgrades that they put on the remaster. It really feels like a new game. Yeah, I'm just having a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. Although I will say I have suicided myself a few times thinking that I've had the glider from I hope I'm not alone in that either, Matt. There have been times when I'm jumping, I'm like, oh damn,
I went straight off the mountain the other day, last night. Like I was like, jump, and I'm like,
because in Forbidden West, like that is like the most quality of life thing that they ever create. Like that was the best thing.
And that's the thing is,
oh man, that's so great.
I need to Jason's point with content and backlog. I still need to go finish Forbidden Shores. I still have to go finish the DLC for.
Oh wow! Or Frozen.
No, so Frozen. No. The Frozen is the
Frozen one for the Horizon.
Yeah.
And then Zero Dawn had.
Frozen Wilds is Zero Dawn.
Oh, gotcha.
And then
the other one is Forbidden West. That DLC. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Horizon. I've been.
Yeah, Burning Shores. Sorry, that's what it's called. Burning Shores. That I need to go back and finish. So
I've been. I have been checking out Skeleton Crew. I'm giving that a chance. I'm kind of here and there rewatching Big Bang Theory. Just kind of that's if I'm like playing a game that's in the background, kind of going through those seasons right now. But yeah, most of it is Echoes. Some Marvel vs. Capcom and playing the Punisher game that's on that Marvel vs. Capcom compilation. That dude, that arcade. Oh man, it takes me back, bro. And then and then Horizon I've been kind of stuck on. Nice. So I think I've been trying to stick to that one game. I want to finish it and then I'll move on to I think I'll after that I'll go to Outlaws now with the new updates and just finish the last few missions, and I'm on the last like final mission, so I'm gonna finish that game too and get those done.
All right.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So with that, I want to thank everybody who crashed gaming it with us tonight. For those who are lurking in the background, first night crashing with us, thank you for giving us a chance. Hopefully give you some laughs, good discussions, whatnot. It's definitely if you catch the episode on YouTube after we post this, drop your comments on the episode and what your thoughts are for the BAFTAs and their nominations. Head on over to crashinggamenight.com, check out our past guests, and drop us a follow on whatever platform you would prefer to follow us on. But with everything going on in the world, especially heading into the holidays, we've got two folks that are in the retail side of things on this show, as a matter of fact. So my closing statement couldn't ring truer for this holiday season is just please be excellent to each other.
Yeah, just be nice, be kind. And I'm not going to say that because that's Jason's. Okay, calm down there.
What was it? What was it?
The be kind rewind thing. I wasn't going to say it. I'm not going to take it. Sorry. Anyways, just want to spread that same message out there to all of you nerds. You be you, but also let's try to be and do better. Let's just try and spread that it's the holidays. Let's spread some Christmas cheer. let's also try and lend a helping hand here and there whenever we see the opportunity. If someone's in need or if someone needs help, let's try and just be kind and do better. And you know, the election's over, but people are still throwing their opinions and you know,
Right.
you know, their feelings out there. We get it. You know, just be respectful and don't let it escalate. Let's all be safe out there and respectful. And like I said to in just a moment, J Rock, J Bone, to you, baby. Be safe.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's the holiday season. Yes, just don't stress out, everybody. You know, it is okay now to play Christmas music. You have been given that pass. You know, like
we are past that
Thanksgiving is
threshold.
done. You know, like it's the first of December. Just want to make sure everybody knows. So don't stress out. If you do start hearing the Christmas music constantly and you want to step away from it, then just go outside for a little bit. You know, relax. Don't make everything that you have to be to I need to do this. I need to do that. You know, it's
Yep.
should be a good time where you can just relax, have fun, be with family, be with friends, and not have to. You know, just we've had lockdown for so many years, and now, you know, hopefully everybody's just enjoying themselves now. Don't need to go
Correct.
crazy. Be safe out there. There's a lot of people that are having Christmas parties right now, so you know, just be careful out there. Be safe, and yeah, you know. I will see you guys.
He's missing his partner in crime. He's so sad.
I
Like
know. Like it's just
he's
So
like
somber.
the energy
he's
just
like,
goes down because I'm like, yo, man, like I feel I'm like, yes, I get to send it out, but then now I have like, then I have
Theo, you
Ew.
screwed up the
these
mojo.
choices.
Ew. Then did we get like oh and then I have
These-
I'm
I
okay
have the
with me getting
backups.
shade. I'm okay
No.
with getting shade for being the like alternate. You know,
I don't care about being an alternate because I make it my own. I don't need to copy no one.
And this is why it's so hard.
just do it. Do it,
Anyways,
Jay.
you know what? I'll send it out. I'll send it out to Matt because Matt needs to be the one. Jerry, you failed me too many times.
I do it my own. I do it my own.
Theo, I miss you this week. You need to come back, but it's okay. You working, make that money for Christmas.
Making that cheddar.
Matt,
Make that money.
send us out like Theo does.
Well, the chicken waits for no one.
That's right.
All right, to all the listeners or watchers out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, see, you can't say goodnight, everybody. Yeah, good night.